Welcome to a new video. How's it going? How are y'all doing? This is the Xiaomi Pad 8 that the folks at Xiaomi Guatemala sent me to give you a final review. But hold on, because they didn't just send me the tablet, they also sent a cover, a keyboard, and even a stylus. Yes, and it's not only compatible with the Xiaomi Pad 8, but also with the Pro. That means these three accessories work with both models. But first, let's unbox the Xiaomi Pad 8, which comes in the green color version. It comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of internal storage. For the processor, we have the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. Yes, a super powerful processor. It's incredibly powerful, no doubt about it. We also have stylus support. It's the Focus Pen Pro. Artificial intelligence, 3.2K resolution at 144 Hz. IPS technology on the display. Massive 9,200 milliamp hour battery. Look, the design on the back looks pretty cool. A really premium fish. While the material's aluminum, just like the chassis. 3 small buttons where there's a fully magnetized area. It's only 5.8 millimeters thick. Check out how thin the Xiaomi 17 Ultra is. So it's incredibly small, seriously. And it also comes with this, which is its USB Type-C cable. And its 45-watt charger. Take notes, Apple. Take notes, Samsung. And right now, we're also going to unbox this brand new protective case. Look how nice it is. It smells brand new. It smells brand new. I'll use it for the first time. And I've been using it. And it gives me a really good sense of confidence. That's something I really appreciate. The screen locks when you put it on. And it's easy to put on. Check this out. Here, the screen locks. And it stops working, so we can even be sure that everything will stay safe. Here we have the quad speakers, optimized by Dolby Atmos Digital with a really powerful sound. By the way, we already did the unboxing for it and tested the speaker. It's really loud. And now let's move on and finish up. Honestly, it's performed really well, especially in games, which we'll see at the end. But for now, let's do the unboxing so you can see what this case looks like. Look, the screen locks. At the top, we have a holder so you can attach the stylus. We'll take a look at that a little later. The flap, as I call it, has a completely secure holder. This is like a magnet, right? Look, it looks nice. You can even add the stylus there so it won't fall off that way. And yes, it covers everything really well in all its sections. Now let's start unboxing the keyboard. This keyboard is also absolutely brand new and pristine. Yes, I have to say that I really like the keyboard too, because it works just by magnetically attaching it to the back. There is absolutely no need for any kind of Bluetooth connection or anything like that. And when you're actually using it with the physical keys, it feels remarkably professional and tactile. I have to say, it doesn't depend on an internal battery or anything like that. It works just by attaching it directly to the tablet, right here. I really liked that feature because when you're using it, whether you're doing your homework, writing a long letter, or just editing videos with CapCut, it works excellently for everything. It's just like having a mini laptop. And now CapCut gives us the chance to edit videos on pretty much any platform, especially on Android devices. And by the way, this one has Android with HyperOS. And here I am writing a letter to Xiaomi Guatemala. I'm going to thank them for the gift and everything they've sent me. You believed it, didn't you? No, everything's going back, folks. They didn't give it to me, but thank you very much for letting me test it. I've been keeping it. I've been using it. And one of its strong points has been the keyboard compatibility. It feels pretty comfortable in your hand. Does it light up? No, it doesn't light up. That's just how it works. With the screen's lighting, you'll light up everything. By the way, the screen is pretty big, 11.2 inches. Now it's time to unbox the Focus Pen Pro. Let's get to the art of unboxing. What's the point of me telling you that yes, it worked? Because I've already been testing it and that's it. It's better if we see what's inside. And while we see what's inside, I'll tell you what I've liked about it. Now it's changed compared to the previous generation. In fact, the previous generation had little buttons. Not anymore, folks. Now, it doesn't have any buttons or anything like that. Now it's more like gestures inside. And you feel a slight click when you do it. And I really like that. Xiaomi has made huge strides to be able to offer us a lot more technology. And besides that, we also have a toolkit, meaning an optional tip. Yes, it's a replacement tip. Well, if for some reason you drop the tip or it falls somewhere, it can happen. It could get damaged. Right here in this section, it says stylus and keyboard. And here at the top, it tells us that we need to attach the keyboard and also the pen. Yeah, it has a magnetized area here. All right, you get it to work like that because at first it was actually a little hard for me to figure out exactly where to put it. But then I noticed there's a specific spot where it connects really well and fits perfectly because it has a magnetized area, and that gives us a great chance to use it perfectly. Look, here I am struggling a bit just to show you. This is a real review, folks. And in the end, look, there it is. It's finally connected and done. Once you get it, you'll know exactly where you can put the pen, and that's it. You just follow a simple tutorial that tells you if you press right there, it gives you the option to lift the pen and lets you do an electronic signature. I mean, I see it more for people who want to jot something down quickly or really need to do an electronic signature. I always say this for people who work, at least here in Guatemala. In other countries, I think it works the exact same way, right? Here in Guatemala, they call them adjusters. Those who work for an insurance company, they need your signature, and that's it. You can sign, and in the same way, you can erase the signature. And it's simple. Right here, we have the touch controls. Just like that. You press on both sides, both the bottom and the top, and look what happens. We can take a screenshot or simply do this. Without touching the screen, take a look at this. Now, we can draw absolutely anything that we might feel like doing. As I say, because here we can essentially just lift the tip of the tool straight up into the air and draw whatever it is that we need to make, right? It's a feature that I really like because there are those functions that are necessary. Just imagine. Record something, a drawing that's made right on the tablet. Yeah, that's how I see it, folks. And besides that, I can write a really quick note. And as for signatures, there are the signatures. And it offers us a dedicated app for this. You already know you can download several apps from the Play Store and get a taste for it that way. Look, I'm doing this from a distance, folks. Yeah, in that app, we have the option to choose a thicker stroke, a fatter stroke, or simply erase everything, or color. So your child or you can fully utilize the benefits of having this technology directly in the palm of your hands. Here, I'm explaining to you right now that this is exactly where the double tap feature actually begins, okay? After the middle part, it doesn't work anymore, okay? From the middle part down, the double tap works. You'll feel it when you have it in your hands. Right there, look, it doesn't work anymore. From here down, it works. And from the middle up, it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, that's what I noticed. And these are my main points to tell you. Okay, yes, it's working perfectly. Yes, compatibility is good. Okay, but can we take a photo from a long distance? Believe me, no, folks. I tried something like, I'm not going to say the name of the phone, but it can't do it, folks. It just can't do it. But there it is, look. I'm testing the keyboard again, and yes, it's worked excellently for me. But wait a second, because don't leave just yet. Let's check this out. Look how it works. And that's it. There it is, look. So the pen stays attached there with the magnetic part. I would always say to put it away, okay? Because if you bumped it a little, the pen will fall off. Yeah, even though it has a really good magnetic area, you still have to protect it, right? Look, here, the pen is really well placed in there. So that's it. You put it on, and that way you'll have the chance to take it anywhere. Well, it comes with Xiaomi HyperOS 3.0 based on Android 16 on board. And I've already been testing it in the gaming test, and believe me, it's given good results. With a fully functional gyroscope sensor, and at the end we'll check out this gaming test. It hasn't restarted. It's received some really good updates, including artificial intelligence with Hyper AI, that's what it's called, where we have everything from interpreter, subtitles, and even the ability to remove unwanted objects. The refresh rate is really high. It's 144 Hz, and that's how I always use it. We'll talk about battery performance later on, okay? Some of the really important features we have, for example, include second space. We also have RAM expansion here. This one comes with 8, as we saw in the box, plus 8 more, so it goes up to 16. We have OTG. Like I said at the beginning, we can connect a mobile device, a keyboard, just like this. Well, here I want to emphasize that it has HDMI, guys. Yes, even though it has OTG, it also has HDMI, so you can stream all your games on OBS and your social media too. Yes, you'll be able to stream Call of Duty, Fortnite, Free Fire, whatever game you feel like playing, friends. And the gameplay is incredible. We'll see that later. Just wait. And here we have tablet functions. Yes, here we can have split screen, we can have dual screen like this, and that's it. The tablet is really complete. I give you my Sega guarantee that you're gonna like it, that you'll be using it like this. And rough. Yeah, rough. Look, here, when it comes to the cameras, this isn't really a tablet meant for recording videos. Yeah, but at least it records in 4K, guys, at 30 frames per second. With the selfie camera, it can record at 1080p at 30 frames per second. So for video calls, yeah. And that works pretty well, guys. You'll see the results next. We're gonna check it out. We also have portrait mode photos. Yeah, guys, portrait mode on this tablet. You're gonna see the results. And don't make fun of it either. This tablet is made for heavy duty work. For streaming. Still, the processor can handle it. For the main camera, it's 13 megapixels, and the selfie camera is 8. So how about we do a test next? Because I want to see it too. And I'll tell you how the results turn out, because check this out. It even has a dynamic island. It works well, and the camera, at least, is a little bit at the top. But at least, yeah, but that 3.0 runs smoothly. Alright, this is the main photo. I really liked it. 13 megapixels, and it has automatic PDF autofocus. Portrait mode did a really good job, guys. I'd say the cutout on the shoulder is well done. The autofocus is decent, guys. Look over here. The colors are really good, there's a nice contrast, and the color is really pretty. The selfie camera actually stood out more in portrait mode. I really like portrait mode photos. Video recording is at 1080p at 30 FPS. Check out the results. It's not high end, but it's definitely appreciated and the quality's really good. What is this going to be useful for? Well, simply put, for creating some kind of content, or maybe for a wedding that's happening, or for a video call. And in this way, it's going to work perfectly. The thing is, the tablet is pretty big to hold with just one hand. Now, as for recording, the rear camera shoots in 4K at 30 frames per second. We also saw that it has automatic PDF autofocus. Yes, it actually does have it, and it works really well. It's not for spying on your neighbor, but at least it performs really well in terms of color range. Look at the sky. It was a bit gray, but it should have a little more contrast. But I think it worked really well there. Now, moving on to the actual recording process, I did a full performance test. I would like to sincerely invite you all to go check it out in the pinned comment. I am going to leave a direct link right there so you can go watch it whenever you have a moment. Because honestly, it took me quite a while, guys. Here we notice that, at least in Fortnite, it performed pretty well, guys. And we've been going for 4 minutes and 45 seconds. And the gameplay was really good, guys. Really good, I'd say. And we have good performance. Let's go look for enemies because I want to take someone out. But yeah, honestly, it was exceptional. Look, the scrolling is smooth and it's running at 60 frames per second. Here, we're going to use the zipline and then look for an enemy around here. Now they're kissing. Yeah, guys, there they are. All right, here comes the first one. Come on, get closer, man. Get closer. Back to your house. Let's see if there are more around here. Here's another guy who loves to show up front and center, and that's it. There are 2 guys, looks like. Thought they'd take me out together, but they want to sandwich me. Whoa. Let's see, to the left, what happens? Did he not see me, or what happened? Well, in Call of Duty, I did pretty well too. At 120 FPS, at least in multiplayer, with pretty good stability. You can see it here. We have 99% stability. Not just in multiplayer, but in Battle Royale. We got 90 FPS, and it didn't heat up too much. If in your country it's over 22 degrees, here in my country it's 22. And if in your country it's 30, You definitely need to use a gamer fan. It has a gyroscope sensor, and I did use it here, not just in multiplayer. I used it in PUBG Mobile, and it performs pretty well. Here, I pushed the graphics, and we got at least 41 FPS. But if I push it even more, the FPS can easily reach 60 frames per second. Yes, thanks to the processor. But with this, at least it gives us a chance to use it and enjoy all this kind of content. At least also with HDMI. Yeah, the screen is really nice. I mean, you have everything in one: support for a stylus, keyboard, and also for a cover. The only thing missing was the mouse, like I said at the beginning. Now you have a fully complete tablet. I'd say it's complete. The mouse is something we can overlook, unless you really want to buy it. Anywhere, really. Thank you. And you can use a mobile device, connect it to an external screen, and then also connect it to OBS. That way, you have the chance to use it for your streams on TikTok or YouTube, Instagram, wherever, Facebook. So it's really all in one. In Free Fire, for example, we got 60 FPS. It was 100% stable, I'd say, because Free Fire doesn't really demand much, and at least the scrolling's pretty good. Thanks. The sensitivity is really good, and trust me, you can definitely aim up, guys. We were playing with precise aim, and yeah, you can play really well. Although people say, okay, but Free Fire is just gonna fly on this, guys. On this 3.2K, 144Hz screen. And at the same time, the processor gives it that maximum power too. Snapdragon 8S General 4, built on 4 nanometers. Look, here, I'm gonna try to aim up. I stay like this. Whoa, you noticed that, right? And then I said, okay, let's just take them out, basically. And we got the win, guys. The sensitivity is really good, I'd say, at least in Free Fire. But I'd recommend you go check out the in-depth gaming test, because I can seriously guarantee you're gonna like it, especially since the gaming test went really well. It's a long gaming test. I didn't even play for 10 minutes, bro. Not even 5 minutes. No, not even half an hour. Nope, seriously, I swear, like my Mexican friends say, for real. I played for over an hour straight without stopping. Yeah, bro, just like you see. And at least with Blue Stripe, I played a really juicy game too. Super smooth. 120 FPS, 99% stability, and 27 degrees temperature. I mean, even if it gets up to 35, I can still play just fine. And after basically playing 83% battery right now, and the estimated time has been, at least from my starting point, yeah, I started with 0% battery. And after a good while, yeah, I did the math and I was using about 18% battery per hour, guys. And this great tablet has 9,200 milliamp hours. Yeah, this tablet is really something. 5 hours and 30 minutes. That's what it could give us. Does it use up battery? Yeah, it does use battery. We're in silence, right? Yeah, Snapdragon 8 SG4. A lot of power. A ton of power. But we have a lot of resolution, and at 144 Hz. That's the battery life you can get. Is it worth it? Yes. Yeah, it's worth it. No problem at all. You can use it. And that's it. The battery can last you even longer. I think after 5 hours, you just start charging it, and that's it. I don't think it needs more than that. Okay, but does it have bypass charging? No, guys. I tried to test it. I plugged it in while playing, and it doesn't have bypass charging. It just says fast charging, and that's it. So, yes, it does have fast charging. Yeah, it really is fast charging that it has. But at least I would have liked it to have bypass charging. Because when you connect a controller to the HDMI, a keyboard, and a mouse, for example, a gaming mouse, well, it should at least have bypass charging. But that's just how things are, guys. This was its major structural weak point, at least for those who are going to play absolutely nonstop, for hours like that. But for people who don't need it, it's just going to work really well for them. Is it recommended? Honestly, yes, guys. It is recommended because of everything it offers. I really liked it. I guarantee you're going to love it. Many thanks to the folks at Xiaomi Guatemala for letting me test it. And thanks to all of you for always coming to this channel. And I'll leave the gaming test for you in the area. In the comments,